R.G. LeTourneau was more than just an inventor and engineer. He was a visionary, a pioneer, and a philanthropist who transformed the world. His groundbreaking innovations not only reshaped the landscape of modern infrastructure, but also paved the way for a brighter future. LeTourneau's legacy extends far beyond his mechanical marvels. He was a true humanitarian, establishing a network of charitable organizations that continue to uplift communities and inspire hope. His extraordinary life story makes him a worthy candidate for the title of Innovator of the Century. So, let's dive into the remarkable life and achievements of R.G. LeTourneau. Robert Gilmore LeTourneau came into the world on November 13, 1888, in the humble setting of Richford, Vermont. Born to a farming family, the young LeTourneau's early life reflected the hardworking spirit of the time, but he would go on to redefine what it meant to turn a passion for mechanics into a lifelong legacy. His journey began in his early years, when at just 14, LeTourneau made a bold choice that would change the direction of his life. In 1902, he dropped out of high school in Portland, Oregon to pursue hands-on experience at East Portland Iron Works, a custom fabrication blacksmith specializing in ornamental ironworks. This move might have seemed audacious, but it marked the beginning of his mechanical education and technical journey. Through correspondence courses, LeTourneau delved into the intricacies of mechanical engineering while sharpening his machinist and foundry skills. Before 1909, LeTourneau expanded his experience beyond the ironworks. He took on a variety of manual labor jobs, including cutting wood, working in mines, and farming. Each of these roles added to his understanding of the world around him, giving him the perspective needed to later transform industries. His time as a miner, farmhand, and woodcutter was more than just survival. It was an education in grit and resourcefulness. Eventually, he found his way to San Francisco, where the aftermath of the Great Earthquake posed yet another challenge. Nevertheless, he secured a position at Moore & Scott Ironworks. It was here that his technical knowledge expanded rapidly. His hands-on experience at the ironworks proved invaluable, but the lack of consistent work due to the earthquake recovery effort left him in search of new opportunities. By 1909, LeTourneau's journey took him to Stockton, California. With work in San Francisco still scarce, Stockton offered a fresh start, albeit not without its difficulties. LeTourneau took on various manual labor roles to make ends meet, yet he remained determined to pursue his passion for mechanics. Even while toiling away in labor-intensive jobs, LeTourneau enrolled in another technical course, this time focused on motorcycles. While seemingly unrelated, the intricacies of motorcycle mechanics allowed him to further his understanding of machinery as a whole. In 1911, he was employed at Superior Garage in Stockton, California, and later became half owner of the business. His share of the company at that time was $1,000, and the company was primarily concerned with vehicle servicing in California, which later became the breeding ground for LeTourneau's Inc. By 1917, LeTourneau's life saw both personal and professional milestones. He married Evelyn Peterson, the woman who would become his steadfast partner through the many ups and downs of his journey. As World War I broke out, LeTourneau could not be conscripted because of his neck injuries from a racing incident a few years ago, but he nevertheless rendered his proficient skills to the Navy during the war. Around the same time, LeTourneau found work at the Mare Island Navy Yard. Here he gained invaluable experience in electrical machinist work and welding, further expanding his technical expertise. His time at the Navy Yard offered him more than just new skills. It was an education in precision, responsibility, and the importance of quality craftsmanship. 1919 proved to be a profound turning point in LeTourneau's life, not just in his career, but in his spiritual journey as well. Deeply rooted in his Christian faith, he began to wrestle with the notion of what true service to God meant. He sought counsel from his pastor, Reverend Devil, believing that perhaps the only way to truly serve was by becoming a pastor or missionary. This inner conflict led him to a pivotal conversation with the Reverend, who offered life-changing guidance. God needs businessmen too. This simple yet profound piece of advice forever altered LeTourneau's outlook. In that moment of clarity, he realized that his skills, ambition, and passion for business could be a form of service as well. From then on, LeTourneau viewed every business venture as a partnership with God, and this faith-driven vision became the cornerstone of his future company's mission and values. It was this divine partnership that inspired him to see his business not just as a career, but as a higher calling. In January 1920, Robert Gilmore LeTourneau launched his first land leveling business. Armed with a second-hand Holt tractor and a hired scraper, he entered the earth-moving industry with an unwavering determination. This marked the beginning of his innovative work in heavy machinery and earth-moving that changed modern-day construction dynamics and how the world approached construction and engineering. By May 1921, LeTourneau took another significant leap by establishing a small engineering workshop in Stockton, California. It was in this workshop that he began designing and constructing his own scrapers and other essential equipment. His ability to craft machinery tailored to the needs of land leveling and construction quickly gained attention, positioning him as a pioneer in the industry. Each piece of equipment he designed reflected his deep understanding of mechanical engineering and his forward-thinking approach to problem-solving. At 40 years old, in 1927, R.G. LeTourneau faced a major setback when a construction job went terribly wrong, leaving him $100,000 in debt. Reflecting on this later, R.G. noted how God could restore both a business and a life, saying he uses the weak to confound the mighty. This was at the end of the 1920s, right as the Great Depression began, a tough time to be drowning in debt and unsure how to support your family. The surety company that had backed him on the failed construction job was determined to get every penny back. They demanded that R.G. work on Sundays for his next job, threatening to foreclose on his business, house, and everything else if he refused. Since he considered God his business partner, he handed the problem to him. The owner of the surety company, Mr. Hall, boarded a train to shut his business down officially. However, upon arriving at the job site the next day, something miraculous happened. Mr. Hall had a change of heart and allowed R.G. to continue. Even though the job was completed without working on Sundays, R.G. was still deeply in debt. He managed to buy some time with his creditors by committing to improve his financial reporting. The surety company installed an accountant named Mr. Frost to get the books in order. What Mr. Frost found was worse than expected. In 1929, Robert Gilmore LeTourneau reached a pivotal moment in his entrepreneurial journey by officially incorporating his growing business in California under the name R.G. LeTourneau, Inc. LeTourneau's innovative designs and pioneering approach to machinery positioned his company as a trailblazer in the industry, transforming how large-scale construction projects were executed. His relentless dedication to developing more efficient equipment laid the foundation for his company's significant growth during this period. The early 1930s marked an era of groundbreaking accomplishments for LeTourneau's business. His machinery played a vital role in some of the most significant infrastructure projects of the time, such as constructing the Boulder Highway leading to the Hoover Dam, creating the Marysville levees, and building the Orange County Dam. These projects demonstrated the power and versatility of his earth-moving machines, earning him widespread recognition. Always an innovator, LeTourneau introduced a revolutionary change to heavy equipment by replacing traditional steel wheels with rubber tires. While initially met with skepticism, this advancement became the industry standard 2 decades later, cementing his reputation as a visionary. By 1933, LeTourneau made a bold shift, transitioning entirely from contracting to focusing solely on manufacturing earth-moving machinery. This decision allowed him to dedicate all his resources to pushing the boundaries of what heavy equipment could achieve. By the mid-1930s, LeTourneau's relentless drive to revolutionize the earth-moving industry led to the establishment of his first large-scale manufacturing plant in Peoria, Illinois. This facility marked the beginning of an era of rapid growth, enabling him to mass-produce his groundbreaking machinery and meet the increasing demand from major construction projects across the country. In addition to expanding his operations, LeTourneau sought to remain close to Caterpillar Inc., a company headquartered in Peoria at the time. This strategic proximity allowed him to establish a valuable partnership with Caterpillar, which provided the tractors that drove his scrapers and blades, as well as the engines powering his road graders. If you wish to learn more about the incredible journey of Caterpillar and its impact on the industry, check out the story of Caterpillar on our channel. Now, back to the story. The Peoria plant quickly became a hub of innovation, where Robert continued to refine his designs and introduce new technologies. In 1938, LeTourneau expanded his reach by establishing another manufacturing plant in Toccoa, Georgia. This strategic move allowed him to tap into the southeastern market, further strengthening his presence in the United States. However, his ambitions extended beyond national borders, and in 1941, he made his first international leap by opening a plant in Rydalmere, Australia. This marked the beginning of LeTourneau's global footprint. During World War II, LeTourneau Inc. supplied nearly 75% of the Allies' earth-moving equipment, significantly boosting its global reputation. As World War II intensified, LeTourneau's contribution to the war effort became even more significant. In 1942, he established a manufacturing facility in Vicksburg, Mississippi, where his machines were used to aid wartime construction and infrastructure projects. His company's ability to deliver reliable, powerful equipment during this critical time solidified its reputation as a leader in heavy machinery production. Finally, in 1945, LeTourneau opened a major production hub in Longview, Texas. This facility became one of the company's largest and most important plants, playing a key role in the post-war construction boom. By strategically placing these manufacturing centers across the globe, LeTourneau ensured his innovative machinery would continue to shape the modern world, from local projects to international ventures. In 1953, Robert Gilmore LeTourneau sold the majority of his earth-moving equipment business to the Westinghouse Airbrake Company for $31 million. As part of the agreement, he pledged to not manufacture earth-moving equipment at his Vicksburg and Longview plants for 5 years. Undeterred, LeTourneau's innovative spirit flourished in new directions. In 1954, he built the first jack-up drilling rig, a groundbreaking mobile oil drilling platform mounted on retractable legs. This invention revolutionized offshore drilling, opening new possibilities for the oil industry. In the mid-1950s, LeTourneau introduced the electric wheel, a visionary concept where each wheel contained its own electric motor. This innovation provided unprecedented control and efficiency in heavy machinery. The electric wheel paved the way for other technological marvels like overland trains and massive tree crushers. By 1955, LeTourneau continued pushing boundaries with the introduction of the log stacker machine, a game-changer for the timber industry. That same year, he partnered with George H. Bush's Zapata Oil Company to create the Scorpion, the first mobile offshore oil drilling platform. This pioneering invention reshaped the offshore drilling landscape, cementing LeTourneau's legacy as a master innovator. In 1957, following the expiration of non-competitive clauses, Robert Gilmore LeTourneau made a triumphant return to the earth-moving market with revolutionary innovations. At the core of his new designs was the groundbreaking electric wheel, a motorized hub within an oversized tire that transformed the power and efficiency of heavy machinery. LeTourneau expanded his engineering prowess, creating a range of equipment from scrapers to massive wheel loaders, each known for their unparalleled size and strength. His versatile machinery found applications across various industries, including logging, land clearing, material handling, offshore oil drilling, Arctic transport, and military operations. In 1958, at the age of 70, reintroducing his groundbreaking electric wheel drive technology, LeTourneau reaffirmed his position as a pioneer in the heavy machinery industry. His relentless pursuit of excellence culminated in 1965, when he was finally awarded his long-overdue engineering diploma from the International Correspondence Schools, a fitting recognition of his immense contributions to engineering. That same year, his company introduced the first straddle carrier, another groundbreaking invention in heavy-duty equipment. In 1966, at the age of 77, Robert Gilmore LeTourneau retired from day-to-day operations, passing the leadership of LeTourneau Technologies to his son Richard. After decades of pioneering innovations that transformed industries, LeTourneau's legacy was firmly established. In March of 1969, he suffered a stroke from which he never recovered. On June 1st of that same year, at the age of 80, LeTourneau passed away, leaving behind an extraordinary legacy of engineering brilliance and deep-rooted philanthropy. His relentless pursuit of innovation not only reshaped the world of heavy machinery, but also inspired generations of future engineers and entrepreneurs. LeTourneau's life, driven by vision, faith, and an unwavering commitment to progress, continues to be a beacon of inspiration. R.G. LeTourneau's life was a remarkable testament to the transformative power of generosity and faith. Known as God's businessman, LeTourneau made an extraordinary impact on the world, not just through his innovations in engineering, but through his boundless philanthropy. Committed to using his success for a higher purpose, LeTourneau lived on just 10% of his income, dedicating the other 90% to furthering God's kingdom. In 1946, LeTourneau purchased a former military hospital in Longview, Texas, and founded LeTourneau Technical Institute, which later evolved into LeTourneau University, providing opportunities for students to gain both traditional and technical training. His heart for serving others also led to the creation of the LeTourneau Christian Center in New York, extending his influence globally by shaping the minds and lives of passionate young Christians. Even by 1959, after giving away over $10 million to support Christian and educational causes, his foundation remained valued at $40 million. LeTourneau's legacy, underscored by his humility and immense generosity, reflected his belief in seeking God's righteousness above all else, a principle captured in the words inscribed on his gravestone: "Seek ye first the kingdom of God." Despite facing financial setbacks early in his career and a lifelong fear of public speaking, LeTourneau trusted that God would use his weaknesses to accomplish great things. His charitable giving and service touched countless lives, leaving an enduring legacy of Christian generosity that continues to inspire to this day. In his own famous words, "I shovel out the money and God shovels it back, but God has a bigger shovel." Following Robert Gilmore LeTourneau's passing in 1969, his company entered a new chapter. In the early 1970s, the business was sold to Marathon Manufacturing Company and renamed Marathon LeTourneau Company. Despite the change in ownership, the company continued to honor LeTourneau's legacy of innovation in the heavy machinery industry. For nearly 2 decades, it thrived under the Marathon name, further expanding its influence in global markets. In 1994, Rowan Companies acquired the company for $50 million, renaming it LeTourneau Technologies. This transition marked a new era of growth, keeping LeTourneau's pioneering spirit alive while maintaining its position as a leader in heavy-duty equipment manufacturing. In 2011, Rowan made a strategic move by selling LeTourneau Technologies to Joy Global, a decision that paved the way for Joy Global to divest its drilling, marine and power divisions to Cameron International. Fast forward to 2016, the landscape shifted again as Keppel Corporation acquired LeTourneau Offshore Products, further solidifying its foothold in the industry. Meanwhile, Komatsu seized the opportunity to acquire Joy Global, including the pivotal Longview plant. These dynamic acquisitions illustrate the relentless evolution of the sector, showcasing how companies adapt and innovate to stay ahead in a competitive marketplace. Since 1955, LeTourneau Inc. has been a trailblazer in the design and innovation of jack-up drilling rigs, crafting more than 230 rigs, 82 of which were built in licensed shipyards. Of these, 58 were designed after the year 2000, showcasing their relentless drive for advancement. As an industry leader, LeTourneau introduced groundbreaking innovations, introducing the world's first rack and pinion jacking system and the first electromechanical jacking technology. They revolutionized offshore drilling with their reverse K leg bracing, making rigs stiffer, lighter, and more efficient, a design now adopted industry-wide. LeTourneau also pioneered modular leg construction, skid-off cantilevered drill packages, and the first-ever 3 million-pound cantilever load capacity with a 100-foot reach. Their 116 series remains the most successful jack-up rig design, with over 100 units deployed globally. In another industry first, LeTourneau created the only load-sharing rack locking system, Storm Lock, providing superior stability during severe weather conditions. Today, R.G. LeTourneau's legacy of innovation continues to resonate, shaping the heavy machinery and oil drilling industries in profound ways. The Longview plant stands as a testament to his vision, serving as a hub for manufacturing the world's largest loaders, now operated by Komatsu Mining Corporation. His impact is felt globally, not only through the enduring spirit of LeTourneau University, but also through his impressive collection of 299 patents. Yet despite his groundbreaking inventions and remarkable business achievements, LeTourneau humbly referred to himself as a mechanic whom the Lord has blessed. R.G. LeTourneau's unwavering faith and creativity left an indelible mark on industries around the world, reminding us that true success lies not in wealth, but in purpose and generosity. As we reflect on LeTourneau's extraordinary journey, let us be inspired to harness our own skills and resources for the greater good. For all seekers of knowledge and motivation, remember, the impact of our lives can echo through generations. What other stories or personalities would you like us to cover? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more informative content.